Alright, well that ammo shoots quite a bit different than the 45 grain hollow point that I was using to sight it in for hunting. So over there the group was, I don't know, it was fairly tight, I guess you'd say, for a Mini 14. It was probably about a 4-inch group. So I went ahead and made an adjustment. I was shooting about 6 inches high and about 4 inches to the left. So I made some adjustments. I'm gonna try to bring it back in, and hopefully this will get it on the paper this time. But we'll go ahead and check it out and see. This will be the top left target. Alright, so that was a little bit better. You probably really can't see it so well on the camera that far away. I mean, the zoom's not super great on this thing, but it's on the paper. The group's not spectacular, so I'm gonna go ahead and walk down there, maybe make another scope adjustment, and we'll see where we're at from there. Alright, so here's that second group after the scope adjustment. Now this right here is actually just an outline of a CD. So you figure a CD is about, what, I don't know, 5 inches or so, maybe. So it's not too bad. It's not great either. I'm not saying I'm the best shot in the world, but here's where the first shots went that I fired. And I mean, the group is not terribly large off of a cold barrel, but still it's not, you know, like I said, it's just different ammo that I had it sighted in for. So I'll go ahead and I'll see how the next batch goes. I mean, this was a fairly, it wasn't a rapid string, but it wasn't exactly a super slow string of fire either. So I'll go ahead and I'll put 5 more into this target, see if it's still relatively close. If it is, then I'll leave it. If not, I might make another scope adjustment and then start off on the other 3 targets.
Okay.
Alright, so it's cooled off for about, I don't know, 3-4 minutes now since that last 5-round volley. I got another 10-round clip loaded up. I'm going to shoot 5 more rounds out of this to see if it's not just the barrel getting hot and, you know, kind of settling into the groove that it's going to be in when it's firing. And then check and see if I need to readjust my scope again, even though I'm pretty close, but it's still throwing rounds around. But it could be me as well. As you can see, I'm not shooting off of a real solid rest here. So we'll go ahead and print 5 more rounds and see how it looks. Ready? Good, B?
Yep, go ahead.
Alright, so that was 5 more. We'll go ahead and go down there, check it out, see how it looks. Actually, I'm not going to walk down there. I got binoculars. I'm going to check it out. I'm tired of walking. So I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so there's 10 rounds here. Now, you can see that it's strung out a little bit, but I wouldn't blame that on the firearm. That's probably me. Here's the 1, 2, 3, 4th shot. Alright, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 right there. So it looks like it's wide and it's opened up, but you gotta figure I'm not shooting from a solid rest. I am right-handed, and I'm pretty sure that I was starting to pull the rounds because I was firing a little bit faster. So you know, it's still they're still fairly tight from what this thing used to be when I first bought it. I really do think that the barrel stabilizer has its benefit as far as tightening up your groups, especially if you're sitting still and you're waiting to either shoot a target or shoot a small animal. So I would say that it's worth the money. Like I said, I got mine for 89 bucks because I was military. So if you're civilian, it's like 10 bucks more. But any GIs out there, if you're active duty, he'll hook you up with a little $10 discount. So I would say it's worth the money. But I'm gonna go ahead and put a couple more down here in this bottom one, see how that looks. And I'm gonna save one of these for Becky. So check it out. All right, so I just showed you the other 10 rounds, or the 10 rounds that I just shot, and I'm gonna go ahead and do 10 more. Try to be a little more conscious of my form, of how I'm shooting, and maybe that'll bring them in a little bit tighter. After I'm done with this, I'll go ahead and I'll talk to you a little bit about why I bought this gun and why I have it, and then I'll pretty much wrap this video up. So now I'm gonna fire off these next 10 rounds, see where it's at. Ready, B?
Ready.
Yeah?
Yep.
Alright, that looked like that was slightly better. I wasn't shooting like such a tool, so maybe it'll look a little bit better. Go down there and check it out, and then I'm gonna let everybody else shoot, so I'm not hogging up all the ammo. Okay, so this is that second volley of 10. As you can see, you know, if you watch your form, you know, check your breathing, you're gonna fire, you know, you're gonna shoot better anyway. So, like I say, here's the second 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Which are all, you know, about 4 inches or so from the widest part of the group, which isn't too bad. You know, I'm shooting right about 100 yards here. And like I said, it's a Mini 14. You're not going to expect, you know, one ragged hole with 10 rounds out of a Mini 14. It'll just never happen. I don't give a shit what anybody says. So now I'm going to go ahead and knock this off for now, and then I'll be back later. Alright, so the last 5 shots that I fired for the day were right here at the top of this target. I don't know what the deal was. We had just fired probably, I don't know, between Becky and myself, probably a good quick 25 rounds through it. And here's the size of the group. That's a penny right there. And there's 4 shots, pretty much inside of a penny with 1 flyer. So I'd have to say that barrel stabilizer probably does its job fairly well. It kind of sucks I didn't have the camera going when I did that, but I was pretty much screwing around by that point. So you can see where it started and then how we ended up. Here's what Becky shot right here, which actually doesn't look too bad. She did pretty good, I think, but there you go. I mean, it's weird when it happens, but you know, you can get tight little groups out of a Mini 14 every now and again. So that's that. All right, so today we came out and we shot the Mini 14 for a little while. I wanted to kind of show what this barrel stabilizer had done for the accuracy of it. So we've shot, I don't know, 80 to 100 rounds through it probably today. And we kind of did a little bit different in between going from 5-shot volleys to 10-shot strings to 20-round strings to see what the difference would be with the heat and how it affected the accuracy. Now, of course, we weren't shooting off of a super solid rest, you know, so there's a lot of human factor in there. And I tried to explain that in a couple of the little clips that I did that I'll edit when I get home and I edit all this stuff together. But your shooting fundamentals plays a large part in how well you're going to group. I was using PMC ammo today. It's not the best ammo in the world, but it's still capable of doing fairly well out of a rifle that's not known for its accuracy from the get-go. And I'll say this, I bought this rifle back in 2001 because I really liked it the way that they looked. You know, I just thought it was a cool gun. and that's mainly the reason why I bought it. And I wanted something that I thought would be good just to carry around with me and, you know, plink off when I wanted to plink off some rounds here and there. I did put this ATI stock on it. You can buy them with them now, but I bought this one from Ruger probably about 2 years ago when they first started selling them. I put a bipod on it and some other little stuff. I put the scope on it, but I've absolutely destroyed the handling characteristics of this gun by putting this bipod on it. When I first bought this weapon, I think it probably weighed 6.5, 7 pounds maybe at the most with the wood stock. And this one here, it's collapsible. It's fiberglass. It's got a 6-position buttstock on it, and it's a side folder. It's got a nice little pistol grip on it too. But I added all this weight on it because I wanted this to be more of a varminter type of a weapon, not something that I really had ever planned on packing around through the mountains or out, you know, walking around in these fields or whatnot. But if you want something that's good and quick handling and better off for offhand shooting and walking around, I really don't think that adding all this kind of weight, especially to the front of the gun, is a very good idea, because the rifle itself, it actually handles really, really well with the factory stock. It's a real nice piece of equipment. But for something that's just going to sit there, I can shoot off the hood of a truck or whatever, it doesn't do too bad. I enjoy it. It's not as accurate as an AR-15. I know there's a lot of Mini-14 guys out there that swear by them, and I mean, I think it's a good weapon. I really like it, but I don't think that you'll ever really find one that's going to be as accurate as an AR-15, to be honest. But it is a good weapon system. It's not the same gas impingement style system. It's a little bit different than a piston-driven style, but it doesn't have a direct gas system like an AR does. So it is a lot cleaner in the chamber, and that tends to stay cooler. And with this barrel stabilizer, it's definitely tightened up my groups, and it's also a good heat sink as well for the rifle. So I like it. You know, I wouldn't pay $750 for a brand new Mini-14. I surely didn't pay that for this one when I bought it brand new back in 2001. But if you come across a good one for $300, go ahead and pick it up. It's not a bad deal. This one's chambered in the 223. They got the Mini-30s that you can get in the 7.62 by 39 Russian, and I think they also sell them in the 6.8 SPC now. But like I said, I think it's a pretty good plinker. It's not bad, and I've decimated a lot of whistle pigs with it, so I've gotten my use out of it, and it's probably something that I'll keep around for a long time.